Hello, this is Mariah Roth, and I will be discussing my 3 posters from the course Research Methods. The case study I chose for the semester was Eldorado's Boughton Building, located in the Walden neighborhood of Kansas City, Missouri. Poster 1, Discourse. To begin this semester, we looked at the topic of discourse within research methods. Discourse is a debate or conversation about a specific topic. I chose to look at the use of mixed-use, sustainable structures within urbanism. Urbanism is defined as the lifestyle of city dwellers. A mixed-use building is a building that houses more than one program, such as rental apartments with street-level retail shops. In urban environments, people can be interacting 12 to 18 hours a day. A mixed-use structure would benefit this living style by allowing multiple businesses in a condensed area. The idea is to not have a structure dormant at various hours of the day when it could possibly be benefiting the area. Sustainability is a key aspect within urbanism. The definition of sustainability is simply the ability to sustain one's needs. People want to live, work, and play in cities and be close to all amenities. However, this can take a serious toll on the environment. Sustainability can be implemented at various levels. At the high end, it's a LEED Platinum building that produces its own energy, and at the low end, it's a bike rack installation so people don't always have to rely on cars. The goal of sustainability is at least to equal out the negative impacts one is creating, and if possible, benefit and give back to the environment. The Botwin building is a good example of mixed-use urbanism. Before the current building was established, the site housed the old Waldo Theater. The theater operated from about 1924 to 1991. After 1991, various commercial tenants used the structure until it burned in 2007. After the fire, the owner immediately decided to rebuild a new structure to house various commercial tenants. The program, while all commercial, is an eclectic mix. The Botwin building touches on key aspects of urbanism, such as walkability, proximity, sustainability, and quality design. The structure is located right along a major bus route within Kansas City, making it easily accessible for all. It is located in the heart of the neighborhood, allowing it to have close proximity to civic businesses and surrounding residential. Thus far, the design and implementation of materials has stood the test of time. Eldorado implemented simple, sustainable practices into the design. A green roof, which reduces heat island effect. Operable windows allow for easier climate control by occupants, and overhangs that block out the harsh heat gain of the summer sun. Overall, the Botwin building is a respectable example of a mixed-use, sustainable structure within the context of urbanism. Poster 2, Methods. After discourse, the class moved on to different types of research methods and how different tactics can affect design. Eldorado was challenged with a very specific task. They were asked to preserve the scale and footprint of the original building, but to replant the corner while exploring the latest ideas about urban infill and sustainability. In order to produce the final design, Eldorado had to do various types of in-depth research. One type of research both Eldorado and my prospective project would use is product research. This pertains mostly to construction methods and sustainability. Each year, newer and better technologies are being developed and executed. It is our job to understand these new products and determine how, or if, they will benefit our design. In conjunction with product research comes precedent study. For Eldorado, the product research was already partially complete. They just previously designed the largest green roof in the region. Already knowing this information allowed them to easily incorporate a green roof in the Botwin building. An important tactic for Eldorado was historical research. Since the client wanted a very similar footprint, research of old drawings had to be done to replicate the size. Quantitative analysis in both projects is highly important. One aspect of quantitative research both projects needed was to look at climatic and site information. For Eldorado, it was important to promote sustainability and contextual information. For my project, an understanding of the changing climatic seasons was needed, a grasp of the extent of the site topography, and the types of surrounding context. Simulation and diagramming are also key tactics for both projects. With the resources such as BIM, Google Earth, and 3D scanners, architects can easily incorporate a design within the existing built fabric. This often lends itself to develop a more thorough and complete design before ground is even broke on a project. Poster 3. Context. The third portion of the semester focused on context. Context is a far-reaching term. Because of that, the topic was narrowed down to site, program, and my choice of environmental context. Site context was a driving factor in both projects. The Botwin building was constrained by site dimensions of a previous structure and by surrounding built context. Both of these constraints were met in the final design. The new footprint is nearly identical to the historic one, and the height of the structure blends seamlessly with adjacent buildings. For my prospective project, I am constrained by the topographical site conditions, existing adjacent buildings, and zoning requirements per the city of Morgantown, West Virginia. The client wants to construct a 300-bed apartment building. However, per zoning requirements given, it is unknown if the task can be accomplished. The programmatic requirements for the Botwin building seem to flawlessly fit into the building outline created by the site. Currently, the building holds 4 commercial tenants: a restaurant, coffee shop, hair salon, and investment company. This mix of tenants allows for balance of when the spaces are occupied. The Walder neighborhood is an area affluent with local businesses and shops, and the tenants of the Botwin building add to this eclectic mix and help the neighborhood thrive. The programmatic requirements of my prospective project don't fit as easily into the proposed site. The zoning constraints, setback requirements, and max height restrictions quickly begin to constrain the building significantly. A concern that arises from all these requirements is adjacencies within the structure itself. Only much further study would yield the answer of whether or not these programmatic requirements can be met on this site. The final element of discussion is environmental context. Eldorado was specifically asked to look at sustainable practices in their design. On my prospective project, I believe it would be a wise decision to look at the impact a large-scale building has on the surrounding context. What is environmental context? The immediate surroundings of natural and built space that is affected directly or indirectly by human interaction. Eldorado uses various elements to aid in the reduction of environmental impact. The biggest impact is derived from the natural ventilation of the operable windows. The windows allow for occupants to have better and personalized control over their indoor environment. With better control, occupants can reduce energy, reduce cost of operating installed systems, and improve indoor air quality. Operable windows can have a far-reaching positive effect within a building, and they have no negative effect on the indoor or outdoor environment. Since operable windows have such favorable qualities, it is a smart decision to install them on my prospective project. The air quality of the site ranks it good, the best you can get. Therefore, windows will continue to help indoor and outdoor environments of the site and have an even greater effect on a larger building compared to the Botwin building. By studying Eldorado's Botwin building, I have a better and more in-depth understanding of discourse, methods, and purpose, and how those relate to the overall concept of research methods. Thank you.